Pillar 5, the use of debt and its potential dangers. So here's the verses. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. So this is like a spiritual slavery. In fact, in some ways, every person is either a saver or a borrower. So if you're a saver, you're putting your money in the bank. You're putting your money in the stock market. And in your mind, you're like, I'm investing my money. Well, what are they doing with your money? They're loaning your money to someone else. They may be loaning your money to a business. They may be loaning your money to someone who's buying a car or a house or whatever. And so then you have the other side, and those are the people borrowing that money that the savers are putting in. And if you don't watch it, you're going to get trapped on this side. You want to eventually be on the saving side, the lending side. There's a lot of spiritual, financial freedom to be the one lending instead of the one always borrowing. Okay. If you lack, Proverbs 22:27, if you lack the means to pay while you're borrowing, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Debt is at an all-time high on average among Americans. All-time high to match our government. We're competing with them. Who can go bankrupt first? Discern good debt from bad debt. And eventually, hopefully, getting a mortgage on a reasonable house may be good debt. Maybe. Getting a huge mortgage on a big house that you're really scrimping and you can't save or anything else, I don't know if that's good debt. Student loans, oh boy, I'm mixed. Can you get the education for $10,000 a year or $80,000 a year? I guess it depends on what you're being trained for. Auto loans, credit cards, 1 in 3 Americans is maxed out with debt. Debt is committing your future life to pay for your past life. Debt will most likely define your future. And you may be bypassing, by using debt, the miracle God has for you as your partner. So you're like, you know what, I want to buy this. But instead of going to your partner, God, you just say, I really want this, I'm going to get it. And you pull out your credit card and you buy it, and your partner goes, why'd you do that, Joe? I had a miracle over here. I was going to have this amazing gift happen that you wouldn't have to borrow, and you would see my hand. I'm your partner, trust me. Oh well. So here's an example for everyone. Those who borrow usually will pay twice as much for those who don't. You'll have to make twice as much in life as others to live the same exact life. But let's say you're at Lowe's and you see a refrigerator with a TV in the door. Oh man, wouldn't that be nice to have a TV in the refrigerator door? So you can check what the temperature is outside. You no longer have to look out the window. Hey, there's snow out there. No, hit the TV and you can get the weather. Or maybe you stand in front of the TV playing the latest video game. Your choice. Oh, so what are your TV's $3,000? You really like it. So what's your choices concerning this lovely refrigerator? Don't buy it. Any other thoughts? All right, so this is just my brainstorming, and I'm sure there's 100 other things out there you could do. Number 1, avoid Lowe's from now on. So if you know you have a weakness for spending at certain stores, like if you know you don't have money to buy clothes, then don't go window shopping at the mall. Does that make sense? Because you know if you go window shopping at the mall, you're going to find that perfect outfit that you've been waiting for, and you're going to put on your Macy's credit card, okay? If you know you shouldn't be buying a new car, do not go looking at new cars, okay? So you could be content with the refrigerator you have. That's working. Maybe you get home, you say, no, I'm not going to buy that at Lowe's. And you go home and you know what, I'm okay. Now, the refrigerator we have is only 3 years old, okay? or it's broken. Maybe the $200 bill to fix the refrigerator is still better than the $3,000 refrigerator with the TV in it. Or buy a separate TV. Just buy a TV for $100. Put it next to the refrigerator. And maybe we'll take care of that, and maybe you'll realize how ridiculous it is to have a TV in your refrigerator. But find a refrigerator on Marketplace, from Facebook. Someone that's moving that has that same TV that's now trying to get rid of it for 1/3 the price. That's just the starting number. I'm going to take them down. Don't you want to just give it to me so you don't have to haul it? Wait for a sale and the sale on the sale. There are always, every item out there is on sale every other week. That's not when I buy. I buy when it's the sale on the sale, okay? Which only happens maybe once or twice a year. You got to figure out when the sale on the sale is, and that's when it's really the good time to get it. Put it on the credit. You could put it on the credit card, pay twice as much for it. You could save first, and then with interest, you buy it 1/3 less. Or how about this idea? You have the refrigerator, your present refrigerator is working good. You have the $3,000 cash. You go, Pastor, I got the money to buy that new refrigerator. Even though you have a good refrigerator. Hey, how about this idea? Take the $3,000 you've got, that cash, and put it in the bank, put it in the stock market under the refrigerator stock market fund, okay? 10 years later, the refrigerator you have is going to break down. You will have doubled your money at least, and you will be able to buy a new refrigerator. But guess what? You will now have the money in the stock market that you'll be able to buy a new refrigerator every 10 years for the rest of your life without ever putting another dollar towards a refrigerator. Does everyone follow that? Okay. You can do the same thing with cars or just about anything. If you get into investing and saving first, it requires sacrifice for 10, 15 years, but then it just takes care of itself for you.